What's up, everybody? Have a good morning, did you? I had a pretty good morning. I wanted to take a moment, get all my stuff together here. And I thought it'd be fun to just kind of show you what I've been working on, some of the stuff I got. First, this is a Snapships project. I'm assembling them all, cataloging them all, and then I'm going to do a final like video about all the ones in wave 1 and 2 so far. Now there might be more later, but this will be a good video for that. Anyway, those will come later. I wanted to show you some of the stuff I got today, and some of the other stuff I'm looking at. Just some fun little video, but my main thing to show you would be, of course, this. This is the I showed this picture the other day on social medias. The Reaver with Bolt Carbine. It says a Reaver, who is usually part of a Reaver squad, is a close support combat specialist unique to formation of primary Space Marines who is tasked for rapid infiltration and lightning assaults, where their intercessors are the battle line heavy infantry of the Primaris or Stardust. The Reavers are elite assault specialists giving special training in war gear. So these are like a close, whatchamacallit, close combat type dudes. If you know what I'm talking about, back in the day, you'd have like an assault squad that would fly in. So they look fantastic, and check this out. I thought this was a brilliant move on my part, and it wasn't at all an accident. I might not have been drinking a few and accidentally ordered these in different places, but I got 3, and I actually have a 4th one coming, so you'll have to forgive me for having extras. But I'm so happy because my favorite Blue Marine, as you know, I only have one of, and I can't find extra copies of them unless I buy them secondhand very expensively. So let's get this open. Dun 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 dun. I am in a sitting position at my desk right now, which I normally film from above, so the lighting might be a little weird, but man, look at this guy. So, he's much more crunchy because look at his waist is much more thin. Let me grab a standard Marine and I'll show you real quick. Look at the difference. This plate right here is gone. So you see his crunch here, the standard Marine crunch works. And I still like this under boob kind of crunch that Toys came up with a few years ago. I love that scrunch, so it's not, but his seems to be more dramatic because it's not there. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't go down further, but he's a little, I want to say thinner looking, but it's basically the same figure. Just the bottom is a bit different. I always prefer this look of the Marine. I just think it's just a classic Marine. But there's his shoulders. Look at that. I like that he doesn't have as much stuff on him. He seems a little bit more lighter armed, but looks can be deceiving. Oh, he's got a nice pouch thing. Again, these things with a little dryer brush, just amazing. Look at the details, really, really pop. Fantastic looking though, and he's got a few more pouchy things instead of the side skirts there. So he's my fave, but this guy is pretty awesome. Now look at this. Dun dun dun. That's right. He's got, oh wow, fantastic looking. This is just begging for a bit of detail. Just a dry brush, just a little bit of some scratch work, maybe a little bit of a oh, even the design for the backpack connector is a bit different on these big guys, these old school dudes. They're these huge honking connectors. You can see there. I mean, they connect well, don't get me wrong, but look at this, nice and thin. Everything about this guy is a bit more svelte, a bit more petite. I guess they wanted him to have maybe a bit of a smaller profile, or at least feel a little smaller, feels a little bit more agile. So this dude jumps into combat. Oh, and this is something you don't quite get, I don't think, on these guys. No, you get the same leg bend. I don't know if it's a little bit more flexible on that way out because of the armor's not in the way. So again, this is if you enjoyed the regular Marines, these seem like they're going to be more fun for, posing a bit more because they don't have as much of the bulky armor. It's not a huge difference, but it's not as much. Standard stuff, the arms turn and all that stuff like that. And all this seems a little bit loosey-goosey, but it's really not. It's meant to come off. So you can actually pop these pieces off and pop them on pretty easy. So if you're going to paint them, like I always kind of detail them, or I'm going to start doing more of that now, they pop right out. You can just see a little ball joint there. But it doesn't look horrible or anything. I like that he's a bit more svelte. Also, I'm not a gun guy, as everybody knows, but the weapons these guys come with just look insanely cool. His is a bit more, it's like a bolt pistol with a front stock, or a bolt rifle. Not quite a rifle, is it? Here's the pistol. Bolt pistol. So it's a bit more than a bolt pistol. It's like a bolter, but with a front stock. Maybe it's a bit more. So here is the amazing Sisters of Silence, Sisters of Battle they call them now. They used to be called Sisters of Silence. That's the standard bolter she has. Let's see what the difference here. Oh man, that's like quite a difference. Now I don't know if she's got a smaller one because her profile is smaller, but that's pretty impressive. Love all these figures. These are so good. So again, it's the same case with the other one. There's a little bit of detail there in the eyes. Just the red is just outlined with a little black eyeliner. I'm sorry, guy liner. But if you put a little wash in that skull, it would just pop so hard, and just a little bit of a scratch, it would look so good. But I'm noticing the gold, and it happened on the blue one as well. The blue seemed to have maybe a slight wash in the gold of their crest. I can't quite tell. I'm looking at it with naked eyes, and maybe not. That might just be a deeper gold. But you see how these grenades here are completely non-washers. You see all the detail, but there's no wash on them. So it's a little bit perplexing. Occasionally they'll add a little bit, but then, you know, if you're a Warhammer fan and you've built or painted any of them, then you know that it would take nothing to detail them quite a bit. But still, even without that, I just love this. You can see without the bulkiness on the bottom how the legs are the waist is a bit thin, but maybe that's more accurate to a real person, but I don't think it is. I think it's still pretty outrageous looking, but it does look a little bit odd to have a Space Marine or big hulky Space Marine, you know, with the legs aren't as bulky. I'm just used to this look here, where they have this heavy armor that's supposed to weigh like a few tons or something. But still, that's the point of this guy. Is he flies in. Now I don't know why you fly with that jetpack, and yet you have this jetpack. Maybe this jetpack is a bit more accurate in its flight. It's really the same jetpack. It looks like they just tacked on a special part there, which is. Speaking of a special part tacking on there on eBay and stuff, you can find third-party 3D printed parts, you know, for those. So I like it. Look at that, just hanging out there. And it's a brighter blue. This is not faded. This is the blue it came in, so it's not. I haven't had it that long. This is just a brighter blue than the original blue. I prefer this dull blue. I just think it's just. I just don't want it to be that bright. But that again, that'll fade with time. But it's also just it's a nice color as well. So really cool. Again, you're not getting tons and tons of movement in these guys, but there's. Oh, you can almost kick his head. I made a joke last time about not being able to kick his head. But this one is going to have a bit more posability. The Sisters of Battle have a bit more, but this thing kind of blocks it. But again, these are more for posing and stuff and just kind of keeping in a badass stance, not necessarily for, you know, they're not ninjas. They're not going to be kicking around and stuff. Now, this one's supposed to be more agile, but, you know, you can just have them. Now, what would be really interesting is I'm wondering what kind of stand you could, because they are heavy. I have a lot of stands that could just simply grab him around the waist and hold him up so he could be flying, you know, like into battle, having his weapons and whatever, maybe holding a flag or something. But these are so bulky. I'd be interested to find out what people use. Now, you could also hang on the backpack because it does hold so tight that you could somehow just, you know, weight it on the backpack and he would hold there, but I'm not sure. Fantastic though, super cool looking. Like I said, I accidentally bought 3 of these. Actually bought 4 of these, so I've got 4th one coming. I don't normally do that. I like to leave some for the next collector, as they say. But if you make this line successful, you know, then you've got a good chance that they're going to make more of them. But I regret so much not having more of this blue one here that I don't even want to paint it. He's the original one, so I'll probably eventually get some of this original. This was the first one they put out. Get some more of that just through eBay, through some used, or, you know, maybe trade for some people to give me the original one, and I'll paint them some more. But so I'm glad I got multiples of this. I'll actually have so many. I might leave one in the box on the shelf, which is what I do when I have extras. I'm not normally a shelf person, you know, like shelf version of a box. I don't buy one and open it and keep the other one in the box. But in this case, I think it will open 2, paint them up, make them look like a little bit more beat up stuff. Man, this is so cool looking. I love this backpack. Just great details. Very, very happy I got that. So if you haven't had one yet, go get you one, you know. And if you can get several at once, I've been doing this as I've been getting more of them. Standing them on the shelf while looking, you know, standing together, they look completely badass. So happy I got this, guys. It's going to be tons of fun to see what I can do with them. Maybe even swap around the backpacks, or you could even pull off parts and pop, 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 which might be kind of fun. Not bad at all. Isn't that cool? Aren't you happy for me? Yes, you are. Anyway, everybody, thank you. I'm going to go make some more videos now and get on with my day. Have a good one, everybody. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye-bye. See you later.